Well, now that that's over, we'll be moving on to Chapter 6, Eyes of Death Perception 1. Wait! Whoosh! I get up forcefully from my bed. My breathing is out of control and my mind is still numbed with the feel of Arcueid. No, hold on, Shiki. Try to be calm. It can't hurt. First, this is my room. Check. That's good. Second, I'm on my bed. Check. Seems that way. And it's now morning and I was having sex with Arcueid until now. Check! Check, that's good. That's not good. Never, not even slightly, not one bit. Oh, come on, Shiki, stop being such a fucking pansy about it. I'd say it's good. I mean, I don't know about you, but, you know. The sound of my panting fills the air. I manage to catch my breath. My hands gripping the sheets are drenched in sweat, and probably something else. There is a lingering warmth, as if I really was sleeping with Arcueid until just now. But it definitely was a dream. Oh, sure, that was definitely a dream. I can't tell if that's something I should be happy or disappointed about. I'd probably have to say disappointed if that's true, and I'm not going to spoil that. Why? Did I see such a dream? Does that mean I'm so interested in her that I see her in my dreams? Does that mean I want her so bad I do those things with her in my dream? Ugh. As I remember, the sensation of her skin forces itself into my brain. I feel my arms make sure this is real. I feel my arms to make sure this is real. Yeah, it's real. Her skin was so fundamentally different from a guy's skin, so soft, so warm. I would hope so. Yeah, so hot I wanted to go wild. Just thinking about it makes my breath go wild. Well, whatever happened, it's true that it felt exceedingly good. I should feel a bit guilty dreaming about doing that to Arcueid, but I recall the dream and just sit there thinking about it. Shiki-sama. Wah! I flail around off my bed as if trying to escape. No, in fact, I was trying to escape, but it just ended up with me landing on the floor with the sheets. Hisue? How long have you been there? Since before you awoke, Shiki-sama. She speaks with her usual lack of expression. Still lying on the floor, tangled in sheets, and unable to stand, I look up at Hisue's face. Before I woke up? Then, that means Hisue saw my face when I was having that dream? My face turns deep red. Hisue just stands there, expressionless as usual, and makes no attempt to speak. Did I look strange? I do not wish to describe it. Oh my god. I knew it. I must have looked really weird. Yeah. Probably, you know. But if you insist, Shiki-sama, I can describe as accurately as I can. No, you don't have to do that. My face still flushed, I speak in a fading voice. Hisue-san. I give a cough to clear the silence. Adding san to her name is a clear sign of my vulnerability. What is it, Shiki-sama? I'm going to change, so would you mind waiting outside? Or rather, I'm so embarrassed I just want her to leave. But Hisui doesn't obey today of all days. Once I can confirm you are awake, I will leave the room, Shiki-sama. What? Huh? Is she joking? Why does she think I'm covering my face up in these sheets? To hide something that's still standing? Oh my fucking god. I'm fine, so please leave. I can get up, and I won't go back to sleep. I'll change and go to the sitting room as soon as you leave. Shiki-sama, are you hurt and unable to stand? Yes, can you please help me? I think there's a problem down below. Hisui approaches me out of word. Oh god. No, that's not it. I'm standing. I mean, I can stand. I see what you did there. So don't worry about it. I crawl, pulling my sheets like a slug, and gain some distance from her. Using the bed as a barrier, I get far enough away. Then please excuse me. I will prepare your breakfast, so please come after you change. She has got to be suspicious, but she bows and leaves the room. I was so surprised. The contents of my dreams were surprising enough, but knowing Hisui saw me while I was dreaming is very troubling. It's all Arcueid's fault for doing something like that. Even now, she's being bothersome. Really? Really what? I can't finish. What did I want to say just now? Not even able to confirm my own feelings, I decide to change and head to the sitting room with a vague feeling in my chest. After calming down sufficiently, I head to the sitting room. As usual, Akiha is sitting on the sofa, elegantly sipping tea. Good morning, Nissan. You are certainly up early this morning. She must be happy. She must be happy I woke up because she greets me with a smile. Yeah, good morning. There were, well, a lot of things going on this morning. Such as my morning wood. That's one of the things that was going on. As soon as I say that, I suddenly recall the memory of Arcueid's skin. And it's happening again. Uh-oh. This isn't good. I can tell my face is blushing beyond control. Nissan? Oh my god. A brief clamor. What's wrong? Your face is red. Do you have a fever? What? No. Rushing over to me, she looks at my face. She looks at me from below. But in doing so, from this angle, Akiha sighs. You do seem to have a fever. That's exactly what it is, Akiha. That's exactly the problem. I need to be. Yeah. Just. Oh my God. This is. This has to be the most embarrassing thing ever. I mean, I know how this feels, unfortunately. So. Kohaku, come quickly. Nissan doesn't seem to be well. Akiha calls out to the dining room. Kohaku-san has to be preparing my breakfast up in the kitchen. I'm fine. It's just a minor cold, so don't worry. If it is a cold, then I can't just let it go by. For you, a trivial illness is a big deal. The strength of your immune system is much lower than most people's. Akiha seems to be fed up and puts her hand on my forehead. The sensation of her cool, delicate hands. Oh my god, Shiki, have some more control! Fuck! This isn't good! This isn't good at all, so I break loose and run out to the lobby. Footsteps echo as I dash off. Shiki-sama? Have you finished your breakfast already? No, that's not it, but, where's my bag? I have your bag here. Are you all ready to go to school? Are you already going to school? Oh, fuck, I said that. Nodding, I snatched my bag from Hisue. I'm going. Don't worry about seeing me off. Nissan, you've been acting strange. What are you doing with that fever? Jeez, I told you it's nothing. It's just my erection. Since it's nothing, I'm going to school. I'll have breakfast later, so leave me alone. Leave you alone? Hey, Nissan! The sound of my fleeing footsteps is my only response. Did he just say sigh? Usually it just has the asterisk by sigh, but it sounds like he just said sigh. It's weird. Even if it is Akiha, she wouldn't catch me this far. She wouldn't chase me this far. Since we're not kids anymore, she won't stop me from going to school. Phew. I take a deep breath, and am finally able to calm down. What am I running away for? Once I calm down, I can think clearly. I didn't do anything wrong, so there's no need for me to run away like that. I don't believe it. I look like a complete idiot. But, to go back to the mansion to eat breakfast sounds more dumb. To school then? Letting out a sigh, I go downhill along the residential street. I arrived 30 minutes earlier than usual. The figures of students around the school gate are sparse. It seems I'm the only one who's arrived at this odd time. On the school grounds, the athletic clubs are holding their practices. I'm not in any clubs right now, but truthfully, I like to move around a lot. I know that I have some athletic ability, at least enough to be proud of. But I can't join any clubs. My body always has this recurring anemia, so I would just be a bother, and my doctors told me that I should not exercise frequently. Since middle school, I've been asked more than a few times to join a club. But I always have to say, it's not my thing, and refuse. Every time I refused, I felt a sense of separation. That might have been a subconscious wall that told me I will never be able to mix in with the people on the other side. Ellipsis. That's enough. This really isn't my thing. I'll stop thinking such thoughts and hurry on to the classroom. Huh? I thought I was the first one, but it seems like some of my classmates are already here. Yo! You're early, Toto! Morning. This class seems to have a lot of people with spare time. Nah, our practice just got over with. Those that come here this early who aren't in clubs are usually those with daily duties. I see. That does make sense now that he mentions it. Greeting those around me, I take my seat. It's half an hour before homeroom. It's not a bad idea to just watch my classmates arrive. Classroom starts to get busy around 7:50. Huh? I think I saw Senpai in the hallway. She's down at the first year hallway again. What is she doing? Maybe she came to see me? Then. Oh. She's probably safe. Okay. Okay, I'll go into the hallway and talk to her. Or it probably doesn't concern me, so I'll just watch from here. 3. An opening. I'll surprise her from behind. Oh. Okay. Let's go with option 3. I like option 3. Senpai is glancing all around the hallway. I don't know if she's looking for something or someone, but she looks really suspicious. I get this sudden irresistible urge. Senpai's always taking everything at her own pace. I think I can respond sometimes to balance things out. What are you gonna do, Tono? Senpai is seriously searching for something. I sneak up behind her. Luckily, Senpai doesn't sense me at all. Here goes. Boo! Oh my god! I grab her from behind, but before I know it, I'm lying on the ground. Oh, Tono-kun. Senpai sounds worried. Yeah, it's me, Senpai. Geez, don't surprise me like that. I reflexively got away, but are you alright? Eh? I'm fine. I just tripped. I stand up. I guess the strange looks from all the other students in the hallway are to be expected. Ow, 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 ow. Man, I think I hit my hip. Guess I shouldn't pull pranks like that. Regret. Exactly. Exactly. I think... Oh wait, exactly. I think I overdid it, but since it was your fault, I will not have... Oh wait, that was Seal. Okay. Exactly. I think I overdid it, but since it was your fault, I will not apologize. I know. Sorry, Senpai. I interrupted your search. Well, this mischievous boy will now go back to his classroom. Rubbing my butt, I start to head to class. Oh, wait, Tono-kun. Can you stand there as a punishment? What? Stand here as a punishment? As usual, she says something strange. Sure, what is it? Just don't move, please. Like yesterday, she starts sniffing me again. Senpai? Tono-kun, did you sleep well last night? Huh? She looks directly into my eyes as she asks. Sleep well? That goes without saying. Yeah, I think we did. I couldn't get to sleep easily last night, and also... I had sex. I blush as the memories resurface. With a piercing gaze, Senpai looks up at me. Senpai, Tono-kun, you pervert. Huh? With the look indicating she wants to say more, Senpai quickly walks away. I'm curious as to how she fucking figured that out, or, well... What? At lunch break, that guy who didn't even show up for a single class arrives. Yo, Tono! Food! Let's get some food! He's happy about something, even more energetic than usual. Of course, food. But you seem to be in a great mood. Did something happen, Arihiko? Yup. I just asked Senpai if she wanted to eat lunch together, and she refused. That's odd. Senpai must be referring to CL Senpai. But this guy seems to get happy when his offer is refused. Hey, Arihiko, you have some sort of taste? You have that sort of taste. No, I'm not finished. So I asked Senpai why not, and she said, if Tono-kun is there, then I don't want to come. Isn't that correct, Tono? Ellipsis. That's odd. Why have I been friends with this guy since middle school? Oh man, she really hates you, Tono. A rival's loss is my gain, so I'll treat you to lunch today. Arihiko happily slaps my back. I see. Senpai's still mad at me about this morning. I have no idea why she's angry at me, but she definitely is angry. Hey, let's go, Tono. There's only seats enough for half the people using the cafeteria. Arihiko takes me by the arm and drags me off. I sit next to Arihiko and eat my lunch. My school's cafeteria has a television, and for better or worse, for our education, they play back the morning news they recorded this morning. At any rate, the news they are playing back is talking about a drunk customer stabbing to death a convenience store employee, something that makes me not want to go to a convenience store for a few days at least. What a dangerous world we live in. Indiscriminate serial killings, drunken people stabbing people? A man can't even feel safe playing around at night anymore. Arihiko seems like he's seriously watching the news. Well, certainly it is dangerous, but at least those serial killings won't happen anymore, so things should be like usual. Oh, really? Did they catch the serial killer? No, they haven't caught him. But Nero is no longer in this world. So the stupid title of the modern-day vampire killing shouldn't be showing up in the news anymore, and there will be no more of those meaningless killings. Anyway, those terrible incidents won't happen anymore. There won't be any more victims, and the streets will be back to normal. No, I think there'll actually be another victim, Toho. What? How can you be so sure, Arihiko? Well, look for yourself. The news says they've found the 10th dead body. Eh? I'm not sure if this is Arihiko or Shiki. I guess I'm gonna go with Arihiko. Oh, really? That's right, behind the movie theater I always go to. Hey, wait. I push Arihiko and look at the TV. What I see is, without a doubt, the news reporting the 10th victim of the serial killings was found last night. That can't be. He, Nero, is dead. So why is there another dead body with most of its blood drained? This modern-day vampire guy. I don't know anything about the person, but if it's like a sexy chick, I maybe wouldn't mind getting my blood sucked. You gotta love Arihiko, you really do. If it's like a sexy chick, he maybe wouldn't mind getting his blood sucked? His stupid talk might be right. I'd have to agree. I don't think I'd mind that either. No way. I don't want to think about it, but even with Nero gone, there's still one more vampire left. Shiki. Classes end and school is over. Actually, it's more like at some point school was over. Wrapped in my bad thoughts, I look up and suddenly find myself alone. The serial killings are still happening. I don't know what that means. The only one who knows the answer is probably Arcueid. I don't know. I'm not involved in any of those incidents anymore. Once I settled things with Nero, I came back to the ordinary world. Then, I can only be insane to want to go back to that abnormal world once again. I shouldn't be involved. I understand even if I don't say it. That's probably my second most correct choice. But a long time ago, someone taught me the most correct choice. Listen, Shiki. Every person's life is filled with pitfalls. You have more power to do something about it than most people, so you've got to get it together. So I just can't pretend I didn't see it. This incident isn't over yet. It seems once I got involved in this incident, I have to see this to the very end. I have to see this out to the very end. I leave school. First, let's go to Arcueid's place. Her room is still the same, but Arcueid isn't there. Well, I didn't think I'd find her this easy. Looks like I have to go to the city and look for her. I have to go into the city and look for her. The sun sinks and the city is really starting to get dark. I looked around the major places in the city, but I didn't even catch a glimpse of her. Damn it. She was around when it didn't matter, so why can't I find her when I do need her? What should I do? The night is just beginning, so... So we should search for Arcueid aimlessly, or return to the mansion. Well, up until now, we've been searching for Arcueid aimlessly, and we kind of do need to talk to her, so I think we should probably search for her some more. The night has just begun. No, to be more exact, if Arcueid would be walking around, it would most likely be during the night rather than during the day. I guess it would be more efficient to search around town. I don't want to think about it, but most of the victims are usually found in alleys. If I want to find Arcueid, if I want to find the vampire killer who's continuing to murder, then I have to stick to searching the streets. Damn it. What am I doing? Not understanding my own feelings, I curse and start to run around aimlessly. I sit down on the guardrail. It's been several hours already. I looked around aimlessly and I didn't catch a single glimpse of Arcueid. Excuse me. Damn it. It's so frustrating. Of course, I knew it isn't easy to just randomly find someone in town, but I still felt optimistic I would find her. Where did she go? Why? I just wanted to ask her about the serial killings, but once I find out, I can't see her. Stop. Stop. I should just stop. I stand up from the guardrail and start walking. It'll be midnight soon. Searching for Arcueid any longer really is just useless. Ellipsis. But, I've gone this far, I can do just a little more. If I've gone this far, I can do just a little more. There's one last place I need to check. If she's not there, then I'll have to go back to the mansion. The deserted park. I arrive at the place where I cooperated with Arcueid and defeated Nero. Having only looked in town, I've yet to search here. Not that I'll find anything. Grumbling to myself, I enter the park. Midnight. As expected, there's no one here this late at night. With this much silence, it feels refreshing. It rather feels refreshing. That's right. It's not like I can conveniently find her. I breathe out a sigh and slump my shoulders. How stupid. Why am I so disappointed? I don't understand it myself. Just once more, I think maybe I wanted to see her smile. Ah, there you are. Good evening, Shiki. Yeah, just like this. Her face that's so cheerful and carefree, you can't believe it belongs to a vampire. Arcueid? Without even thinking, I grab both of her shoulders. Eh? Arcueid flinches in surprise. Arcueid's shoulders are indeed real, and I quickly pull my arms back. Why? Even though the one I've been searching for so long is right before me, I can't do anything but stumble over my words. Why? That's odd. I was looking for you, so I don't think it's a coincidence we met here. You were looking for me? Why? Why? Oh, no reason. She says straight out that she has no reason to be looking for me. Ellipsis. I forgot. She really is kind of like a cat in this way. Well, I guess it works out. To be honest, I wanted to see you too. So meeting here, I was about to say it makes me really happy, but I frantically choked those words off. Anyway, I want to have a serious talk. I want to talk about it somewhere else. I feel uneasy here. Is that okay? Sure, but talk about what? You'll see. Let's go to the back of the park. Telling her to come on, I start walking. Tilting her head in curiosity, she follows me obediently.
What did you want to talk about, Shiki? About vampires. You said it before, that the recent serial killings were the work of a vampire. Arcueid nods. Then do you know the morning news said another victim was found? She was killed last night and drained of blood. Arcueid's eyes narrow. Something like a freezing tension races down my spine. Oh, and you... I swallow hard. She stares right at me. Almost a stare which says she will attack me immediately if I move even the slightest bit. Isn't that strange, Arcueid? Nero is dead. So why are these incidents still happening? Don't tell me that you... That's not it at all. That's not me, but another vampire. Arcueid responds immediately, loosening the tension. But I'm not satisfied. What do you mean? The work of another vampire? So they just keep coming? Of course not. The serial killings were always the work of just one vampire from the very beginning. So no new vampires will come, and Nero was unrelated to those incidents. Huh? Nero was unrelated? What do you mean? It's just like I said. You're normally pretty sharp, but you're lost at some points. Think back, Shiki. Nero was a vampire, but did he ever suck human blood? Suck blood? He ate humans and... Oh. I see. Why didn't I notice such a simple mistake? The victims of the serial killings are found with their bodies drained of blood. But Nero was different. He didn't leave any dead bodies behind. He not only drank the blood, but he also ate the meat, leaving no trace. To prove it, the people eaten by him in the hotel are treated as missing people, not killed people. So, that means it is something completely different. Wait, then what is the serial killing going on right now? Just who is doing it? That's a different vampire than Nero. To be more specific, that vampire is why I came here, and Nero came here following me. It's that sort of correlation. What? So the one you're after wasn't Nero after all? Yes, I didn't ever say he was my initial target. I was his target, but he was never my target. My target is the one called the serial killer in the city. Shiki, I don't quite believe it, but don't tell me you made such a simple mistake. What? I gasp in shock. But it really is just as she says. She said her purpose is to kill vampires, so I thought it was just Nero she was after. So, what is it? Killing Nero that night was pointless? It wasn't pointless. You fought in my place. Well, if you didn't kill me, you probably wouldn't have had to do it in the first place. I feel a little dizzy. In other words, those vampire killings had nothing at all to do with Nero, and it was the work of another... Oh, god damn it, that was fucking Shiki. In other words, those vampire killings had nothing at all to do with Nero, and it was the work of another vampire? Yeah, that's right. But that's my problem, so you don't have to worry about it. But more than that, hey. With an extremely happy smile, Arcueid looks up at me as I still stand there in surprise. How about last night? Who came? Huh? What does she mean by last night? I think you know what she means, Shiki. I don't understand what she's talking about. After all, I'm the idiot who mistook Arcueid's words and made such a stupid mistake, so of course I don't understand what she's saying, and... Huh? Did Arcueid ask me who came last night? Arcueid, what do you mean by last night? That's strange. I know I sent you a dream familiar. Wait, what's that dream familiar thing? It's like a familiar that lets you see a dream about what you desire the most. You're a male, so I sent you a succubus. Wasn't it a good dream? Indeed. A good dream? That was... Oh my god, fucking hell! I remember the realistic dream I had and my face turned red. I'm gonna have to censor that. Fuck. That was your doing? Arcueid grins even more. Crap. If I stayed quiet, this conversation would have been over, but since I reacted so strongly... Ah, so you did get it. So who came? I know it was your sister, right? Jesus. What the fuck? What's with the incest? No, not Akiha. What the fuck, Japan? What kind of guy do you think I am? I'm not crazy to do something like that to his sister. Well, you do in another route, Shiki, so you're a fucking hypocrite, first of all. If it wasn't your sister, then was it the maids at the mansion? Arcueid looks up at me full of amusement. She's acting like the Arcueid from last night's dream. It doesn't concern you, so leave me alone. I look away from her and refuse. But Arcueid keeps saying, come on, over and over. Come on, tell me. You can at least tell me who you dreamed about. She asks like a curious kid. Every time I turn away, she keeps jumping in front of me, saying, come on. This is pure torture. She's as mischievous as last night's dream. I bury my face in my hands. Hey Shiki, don't be quiet and tell me. Arcueid keeps looking at me with those upturned eyes. I can't. God. This is my limit. I hesitatingly let it out in a quiet voice. Eh? What about me? Don't make me say it again. I'm saying that it was you who came. I shout angrily as I look away. Arcueid's eyes widen in surprise. Me? Yeah, it's not a joke. You came, and there's no way I can finish. Now Arcueid looks away from me, looking very uncomfortable. Ellipsis. Neither of us know what to say. The uncomfortable silence continues. I can't bear the silence any longer and force out that cough. In the first place, why did you send me that dream familiar thing? Are you still angry at me for killing you? That's not it at all. I sent you it as a thanks for defeating Nero. I really am grateful to you. I thought you'd be extremely happy. As thanks, I'll pass on that kind of thanks. Having that kind of poor taste, just what are vampires thinking? I slump my shoulders. I don't know what she's mad about, but she looks at me with a dissatisfied expression. What's that all about, you meanie? You know I'm not human. I know I'm not human. She turns away, then starts walking off. Hey, hold on. Where are you going? It has nothing to do with you. Don't follow me. Is she really that angry? Arcueid walks away without even turning around. Where does she plan on going anyway? Maybe I did say too much. No matter what the results were of the methods used, she really thanked me with good intentions. I start to feel intense regret and think that maybe I should have just accepted her gift happily. Damn it. Why is it that I just can't leave Arcueid alone? Hey, I said wait! Surrounded by the night, Arcueid walks down the street. She looks straight ahead, her white figure with golden hair fluttering. It bears a horrible resemblance to the first time I saw her. No, or perhaps it's like the time she faced off with Nero. For some reason, I have a bad feeling about this. Hey, Arcueid! Arcueid continues to walk without turning around. I want to talk to you. Can you at least tell me what you're going to do? course, Arcueid just continues walking without turning around. It'd be miserable if I left it like this. I decide to follow her silently for now. The footsteps echo through the night air, and then Arcueid suddenly stops and turns around. Don't follow me. Don't you understand it's troubling for a normal person like you to follow me around? So tell me what you're going to do, and I'll go back. It doesn't concern you, so leave me alone. Arcueid strides off once more. Crap. It seems like our wordless wandering is going to continue. When we approach the main street, Arcueid freezes. Found it. Eh? Her voice is cold, like a totally different person's. A chill runs up my spine. Even from behind, I can feel the hostility manifesting itself in her. Arcueid, what are you... I can't even finish. It's clear what she intends to do without saying anything. Without a doubt, there is nothing but the pure, unadulterated intent to kill. Hey, what are you thinking? Arcueid doesn't answer. Her eyes are fixed solely on a man in a business suit walking by. Shiki, take off your glasses and look at that person. That person? You mean that businessman? Hurry. If you want to know what I'm doing, then leave the questions for later. Alright. I don't like to look while in town, but... I take off my glasses. Gah! Instantly, a light headache springs forth. In exchange for the pain, I can see lines running all along the walls and the ground. Another question, Shiki. You only see points on living things, right? Huh? Yeah, that seems to be true. Things like buildings only have lines. I saw them back during the time in that hotel, but at the cost of a headache that almost caused me to pass out. Right. Since you are a living being, you can't comprehend the depth of inanimate objects. So in order to see the depth of inanimate objects, you must first connect to a circuit of the same orientation as them. To see, you have to comprehend them first. Then, another question. Shiki, how does that person look to you? What? It'll just be the same as always. What? Without thinking, I step backwards. What is that? Certainly, all humans have lines on them, but they only have countable amounts, and they look like geometric patterns. But what is that? There are lines running all through him. Those lines are all over him like blood vessels, so much I can't even make out his appearance. Yeah, I want to puke. Those black lines, scribbles making a human shape. Everywhere throughout it, I can see black points that look like they are flowing blood. Shiki, how does it look? I was hoping it would look normal to you. I can't answer. Right now, it takes all my strength not to vomit. I see. How unfortunate that you can even see death on that thing. Yeah, it's not normal, but I can still see the lines. I knew it. You can even kill the dead. The fact that they don't have any life has no meaning for you. Something that moves, something that breaks, you can stop it completely without exception. You are more of a monster, Shiki. Huh? As you saw, you can't call that thing human anymore. It's a vampire that deceives death by sucking the blood of other people. Arcueid quickens her steps. She walks straight towards the man. Hey, Arcueid. Stay there, Shiki. Did that young man realize Arcueid was there? He starts running towards a back alley. Arcueid strides silently. Underneath the moonlight, she disappears into that alley. Thump. The sound of my heartbeat is awfully close. It's not even real late at night. Even though I'm in the midst of a bustling shopping district, I can't sense anyone besides myself. Thump. My glasses. I have to put on my glasses. If I don't do that, I'll see terrible things. I'll see something so terrible that everything I've seen so far would be nothing in comparison to it. But my body won't move. My eyes that can see this patchwork world look towards the alley in fascination. Suddenly, sounds vanish. And the presence of other people, the sound of the wind, and the smell of the dirt, all of it freezes. Under the frozen moon, a bizarre noise sounds from the other side of the wall. No way I can see it. I can't hear anything. A sickening sound. But I can't see it. My eyes definitely see the sound of death and death crashing. My vision turns crimson. Why do my eyes see death, something that shouldn't be able to be seen? My glasses. I have to put on my glasses or I'll go insane. I hold back the rising gorge in my throat and use my shaking hand to put on my glasses. Sound and light return. Now that I'm calm, I glance around and see nothing out of the ordinary in the shopping district. The bustling of many people passing by. The brightness of a store's decorated show window and the sound of rushing car engines. I'm panting excessively. I can hardly breathe. Even though I put my glasses back on, I can still feel a lingering remnant of that death, and it makes me sick. Arcueid? Arcueid walks out from the alley with faltering steps, breathing even harder than I am. Shiki, I see you were still here. Shoulders heaving up and down, she passes by me. Her body sways back and forth, and she walks weakly as if she were sick. To be honest, I still feel nauseous. But seeing Arcueid in pain like that makes me bear it. Wait, what in the world? I'm fine, just a little tired, so don't worry. It really doesn't concern you, Shiki. Idiot, if you're tired, then rest. With such a pale face, you can't be fine. Even as I breathe shallowly for air, I grab Arcueid's arm. Hey now, you say that, but you look like you'll collapse too. Oh, that's Arcueid. Hey now, you say that, but you look like you'll collapse too. It's just my anemia. If you have time to worry about me, worry about your health. It's fine. There's no point in worrying about it anyway. Her breathing really is weak. Don't tell me. That wound from that time. It hasn't healed. But I can't bring myself to finish. It's because she got away. She got it saving me. She doesn't answer and looks down. That is affirmation rather than disagreement. What are you doing in your condition? You have to take it easy until you're fully healed. I do think I'm taking it easy. No, you're not. Even if you are at a level beyond humans, what in the world were you doing earlier in your condition? I just can't leave her be. I knew it. I just can't leave this person who's always been getting into trouble alone. Don't be silent and answer me. Until you tell me, I won't go away. I grasp both of her shoulders. Still looking down, she gives a slight nod. Geez, you really are persistent. Fine, let's go somewhere else to talk. Releasing herself, she waveringly starts to walk away. We come to the park. As if walking restored her strength, her face looks cheerful as always. Well, as you wish, Shiki. I'll talk about whatever you want. I don't know where her previous weakness went, but she looks really haughty all of a sudden. Then I'll ask, just what was that guy earlier? You said he was a vampire, but what was he? But what was he? What you were really after? No, he certainly isn't part of. He certainly is part of my target, but putting the dead back into the grave isn't my goal. I only got him because he was a minion of my enemy. If I left him alone, he would kill more people to increase his power. Arcueid, could you explain it so I can understand? I don't even know if that guy was even human or not. Oh? I guess I really never did explain to you in detail about vampires. Nero was sort of an aberration amongst the vampire race, so I don't really need to explain it at that time. I didn't really need to explain it at that time. What is a normal vampire then? What I mean is that you all think of vampires. Immortal is what you all think of vampires. Immortal, never aging, sucking human blood, turning that human into a vampire, being destroyed by sunlight, all of that. My enemy is that old type of vampire. So you mean this enemy of yours is the one behind all the recent serial killings? I suppose. But the killing of all those people by sucking their blood might be the work of the dead, like the one you saw earlier. Shiki, you remember how Nero's body was made of all those familiars, right? Yeah, that's not exactly something I can easily forget. The dead are like that. When humans have their blood sucked by a vampire, they can also receive some of the vampire's blood. They die, but remain in this world as a servant of the vampire. They are called the dead, and they are like the vampire's familiars. Maybe it's easier to understand if I use the word zombie. It's closer to the voodoo belief in Haiti, where the white serpent god, Damballa, is invoked to control a dead body. But let's just say a dead body that moves is a zombie, okay? Yeah, I can visualize it better that way. I get it. So that man was killed by a vampire, who uses him as a zombie? Yes, Arcueid nods happily. I'm still confused though. Why would a vampire do that? Killing people, not letting them die, but controlling them. What bad taste. You're right, those vampires do have bad taste. But that's something only the dead apostles do. Those that were always vampires from the very beginning do not do such things. What? Always vampires from the very beginning. I remember. You said there's two types of vampires. Those who were vampires originally and those who were humans. When I heard that before, it kind of stuck in my head. I thought it was a little odd. So what exactly do you mean those who weren't originally vampires? Simple. I'm just saying that dead apostles used to be humans. They either gained immortality through magic or became servants of the true ancestors that sucked their blood. Shiki, you said it was in bad taste to use killed humans, but that's just the least of it. There are other vampires who think of worse games. A game? What is that? You guys kill for fun and use their dead bodies as toys? I won't deny that. For vampires, amusement is the same as breeding. For those who were once human, but gained imperfect immortality, their greatest enemy is boredom. They didn't have a reason to become immortal to start with, so once they gained immortality, they lost all kinds of greed. Their goal is immortality itself, so I guess that's just the way things are. They're bored, so they want to play? Don't be ridiculous. Isn't it enough that they won't age or die? Do they really need anything else? That's what I said. They got everything they wanted. After that, there's no meaning to existence. As soon as someone realizes they have no value, that their life is stopped, then their meaning of existence disappears too. Immortality is also another word for death. So they started to wear down, and they started to create their own amusement, as if to tell themselves they could have fun as long as they lived. That's their beginning. They copy humans and see themselves in a game as lords of a castle expanding their territory. I guess you could call it a country of the dead. It seems they got more enjoyment out of that than they expected. She speaks as if she was talking of other people. Arcueid should be one of those, but she certainly doesn't seem like she has that sort of hobby. Well, we'll change the topic, but the dead apostles were originally human. There are a few cases where they became vampires through their own magical research, but the majority of them were humans who had their blood sucked. They're immortal, but they can't last forever. They can only be immortal if they drank the blood of others. Didn't I say their immortality was imperfect? If they can't feed on humans, then their immortality is gone. Wait a minute, isn't that odd? In order to become immortal, they drink the blood of humans, but doesn't that mean the dead apostles will be born every time they do that? That's true, but things get complex from here. The people who have their blood sucked die. But at that time, if the dead apostles place a little bit of their blood inside the corpse, the body cannot die. Those bodies that were unable to die stay a number of years in the grave, and when the brain decays and the soul is fixated in the body, they become a flesh-eating corpse, ghoul. Only 1 out of every 100 people have this potential, so not everyone gets to stay. Well, those are that have a natural ability to step up this progress and become a vampire immediately, but this is so rare it's out of the question. So the dead bodies that become ghouls eat the flesh of other corpses in order just to sustain their decayed body parts? After restoring their body fully, they can become zombies. Members... Oh wait. God damn it, that's Arcueid. So, the dead bodies that become ghouls eat the flesh of other corpses in order to sustain their decayed body parts. After restoring their body fully, they can become zombies, member of a class of living corpses, the living dead. So these living dead, is that the dead from before? Not at all. The dead are just puppets. The living dead are much weaker than the dead, but they are members of the vampire race with a will of their own. They are on a different level than those manipulated dead.